Hello everybody, Agni here, and today we're going to be covering the new carrier ant Tricondyla Aperta. Let's get right into it. Alright guys, so like I said in the little intro, we're going to be covering the new ant that just came out, the new carrier ant Tricondyla Aperta. I'm just going to call it TA from now on. Before we get into that, get into user shenanigans. This video is sponsored by AppCoins, which using my new code AGNI6 can get you anywhere from 5 to 65% off all in-game purchases. We all enjoy saving a little bit of money, so if you're Android and Apple is coming soon, using my code AGNI6 in AppCoins can get you anywhere from 5 to 65% off all in-game purchases. A full description of how to do so will be down in the description below, as well as a link to my Discord and other different links, etc., etc. We have a great community on Discord that likes to help people, and it's just a great place to be able to hang out and talk. And there's bots in there to play with, whatever. Great place to go and get information. We got some knowledgeable people in there that are happy to help you at any given time. Speaking of helping out, there is still 67% of you that are not subscribed. We're doing better. But it really helps me out if you could just hit that subscribe, hit that like button, leave a comment. It all helps with the YouTube algorithm for them to keep pushing my content. It allows me to be able to know what you guys like and don't like, and that way I can keep pushing content that you all enjoy. Also down in the description below, I can't in the same capacity be able to support new and upcoming YouTubers that are trying to get into this. So down in the description down below is going to be a shout out to a new and upcoming YouTuber that's trying to, get his feet out in front of, get his feet underneath him and get going and into the world of content creation. So shout out to Tom. Link will be down in the description. Go show him a little bit of love too. All right, so let's get right into this. And I'm apologize for not being able to make a video sooner. I've been moving and didn't have internet for like a week, so it's been hectic. But I'll be right back on to the right track and posting every week again. All right, so let's get right into this new ant. All right, there it is. Yep. Okay. So again, we're going to kind of skip over scale 1, 3, 4, and 6 because they're all generally the same. Yeah, a little bit of normal attack, all basically and generically the same. So we'll go over skill by skill, and then I'll give you my thoughts, lineups with it, etc., etc. All right, so we'll start with the first skill. So at level 10, damage taken by a squad is reduced by 25%. Each time the squad takes damage, increases the extra dodge rate by 10%, and the effect is stackable. After a successful dodge, it clears the extra dodge rate and deals 250% plus special ant level times 1% damage to one random enemy squad. So you're looking at 300% possible damage for a dodge. So obviously right there you can already see that you're going to be wanting to stack with certain ants and insects that will be more dodge heavy. And then going to the next one, at level 10, 70% chance to heal 1 to 2 random squads of ours with a healing ratio of 150. Increase their attack and defense by 20% for 1 round. If you've watched any of my past videos, you know what I feel about the healing. They still haven't fixed it, so the healing is for the most part kind of useless until after the round or after the fight's actually done. So I still wouldn't put much faith into it, but the increasing attack and defense by 20% and has a high chance to proc is pretty helpful to be able to increase that attack and defense. All right, and then we just got some good old carrier health, which is always good for carriers. And then level 10 of this one, during the battle, each time that the squad dodges, there's a 60% chance to increase the skill damage of all our squads by 10% and increase their skills crit rate by 10% if they require preparation. The effect lasts for 2 rounds and is stackable. So it's up to what? Another 20% crit rate. That's pretty impressive. Definitely helpful. It's not so much of a damage dealer, but that's all right. So what's is this ant good for, and what's its drawbacks? So it has honestly a few drawbacks. For one, I don't agree with their recommended lineups pretty much at all. I would honestly say, because you have the effective range 5, effective range 2, effective range 2. So no matter what, if you have it in the second line, you're going to be able to hit at least line 1. As line 1 dies, it'll progress, etc., etc. I would actually put this in the mid row behind SE, because SE does stack up with dodge as well. And then this one, I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, but the CR would be a good one for the back line. If you don't have that one, then you can go with like the LB, which also stacks on the dodge. Those would be effective ants to use. As far as what they have for lineups, I do not agree. There's also another problem with this ant, because it's so reliant on dodge. You can't really use it singularly. So you either have to have pay to win ants, or you'd have to have the jungle ants that just recently came out for it really to be effective. If you try to use this by itself, you're not really going to have a good time with it. You honestly, and once it gets out of its buying phase, which people have watched my videos, they know what I'm talking about with this. It's not going to be very useful whatsoever. There's also another problem with it. You do get stuck having to use this insect, the parchment. So if you're using that for a different lineup or anything, you kind of screw yourself with the overall what you can potentially have with this ant. Now, this ant is a good support. It really is a good support. You could use it in the front line, but honestly, I still feel like the SE would do better in the front line. From what little I've seen of this ant, that seems to be the best potential outcome of being able to use it and, have good luck with it. I have seen some that is along this lines, to where they have it in the front and then the carpenter second, and then that new one, new jungle one in the back. I've seen this lineup, except for they didn't have the CR, so they went with the LB, and honestly, it just got fucking absolutely trashed. So I like I said, I could see where it could have some potential in the front, but I'd still say that probably the SE is going to do you the best in the front, because you got to realize that because this is a kind of a melee support, it still will be able to proc the buffs to the rest of your team, even if its actual attack prompt or proc does not actually hit. Now, having it in the second does still allow it to hit as well. So when you're stacking all that dodge with like LB or the CR, you'll still be able to feel the effects of it and have the absolute best effect with it. Now there is counters, honestly, because if they use this ant without stacking dodge in your other lines, or things that increase the attack on dodge, they're basically down an ant. That's the unfortunate part. So there is ways around it, absolutely. But all right, guys, well, that's about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, I'll be back on a regular schedule and be pumping out videos for you very regularly. So Ignate's out. We'll see you in the next one.